love the chase and the hunting. I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Yes, people, welcome to LRFC. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody is well. Yeah, I want to do the tactical thing today, like in regards to Liverpool Football Club and what we need to improve to, maintain this success that we're having on the pitch. Lots to talk about, as I said on obviously on the poll. Is racism is enough done about racism in football in general? It don't have to be in this country. It's just football in general. We've seen the Argentinian team attacking Mbappe and after the World Cup, and even recently in a coach coming back from a game. I think that's what it was. And then we see Enzo Fernandez captain in Chelsea after that. But the thing is as well, like, do we do enough as as black men, as black people, to stop this nonsense that's going around, just in the world? It's not just in football, it's just in the world, especially in 2024. What is going on? What is actually going on, people? Should these things still happen in football? Should these things happen outside football? You know what I mean? Like I said, it's 2024. Why are we still asking people to stop things that supposed to be that's supposed to end years and years ago? You know what I mean? It shouldn't even started in the first place. But I don't know if you guys notice, every season is the same as the last season. We come back to this stage again. Somebody racially gets abused, and then all of a sudden, people have to be on TV talking about it again, and then they think to themselves, "I've been here before. Like, it's the same thing as last time." It's madness, man. It's madness. Like, we're still like talking about this silly stuff in today's world. And young people are facing it. Young YouTubers are facing it. Like Flex from the United View. Because he's gonna explain it to you. Then we see the video afterwards. The N word was used by a female that basically circled him around outside Old Trafford. After that, I think after that Chelsea won one game, and what she used is just something unbelievable. Like, you think to yourself, in today's football, these things still happen. But unconscious racism still exists, people. They might be different towards your face, but behind your back it's different, isn't it? I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm married to a white woman, so there you go, people. It's not everybody is like that, but some people are just refusing to move on. You know what I mean? And it's affecting the young people. That's why I'm coming out to say something. I'm not one of the young people. I'm older than most of the people on YouTube. And if people don't protect these youngsters, and who will? You know what I mean? Because nobody else is doing it. If you know what I mean. But yeah. So let me just go on there and let him explain what exactly happened. And we'll see the video in it. We'll see the video. Yeah, please keep the comments coming in. Please hit the likes and subscribe and all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody that's helping me out on the channel. It looks a bit different, you know what I mean? You don't see the same people all the time. I'm going to try to do different things like that. Different people is best for the channel, innit? And I'm doing this on a regular, as you can see. Yeah, just thanks for everybody. Thanks to everybody. Big up. Please like and subscribe, like I said. Hi, Fuzzy from Katie. Katie says that racism is bad and nothing is done about it. Yes, I'm a firm believer. People just do the same thing again and again. We're here every year. It's just like Liverpool Football Club. We're talking about FSG every year. Now we're talking about racism every year. The same people come on TV and talk about racism again. It's getting boring, man. It's like, it's bad. It's really, really bad, man. And it's not right. It's not right, guys. Hi, Fozzy chat. Assalamu alaikum. How's it going? What do you think about the Liverpool versus Bayern Munich match? Who do you think will win? Break down the game and our opponents' lineup. You never walk alone. I'll look at their lineup, But I'll show you the tactical side. We should be going into games now because we're conceding a lot of goals, bro. Yeah. So it's a disgrace. We still talk about it. Yeah, bro. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Big up KJ. Big up Aaron, mate. Big up JK. Sorry, JK, and big up Aaron as always, man. Big up, brothers. They talk about race not to solve the problem, but to add fuel to the number or one problem that divides people. Bingo. Yeah, it's disgusting, bro. It's absolutely disgusting. I can't believe we're talking about it still, man. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking we're in 2024 and people still face things like that. It's crazy. It's crazy what a few drinks can do, isn't it? Edward says yes, falls. Yes, the falls. Big up, Edward. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Like a few drinks can, let out things that they say you don't normally say, if you know what I mean. You go to the Qatar World Cup, but you don't see one racism, you don't see people drinking, you don't see really hooligans, do you? But you see the Euros, there was already fights happening, hooligans are back in Germany. There you go, man. Don't let people brainwash you guys, man. Don't let people brainwash you. But let's listen to Flex, and then we go on to the video after that, where it started.
What happened yesterday. This is not a video that I want to have. I have to address what happened yesterday. This is not a video that I want to have to be making. It's not a video I want to have to be doing. But when these things happen, as you can imagine, I'm not going to stay silent. I'm not going to stay silent. First and foremost, I want to big up to each and every single one of you who've reached out to me on a personal, on social media, in DMs, showing support. Obviously, there was an incident that's happened yesterday with an individual who was just straight up racist. There's no way of making a racist gesture towards me, and to everybody watching of color, and to everybody who was there as witnesses behind the camera of color. So that's what I'm talking about, in case you don't know. But I will start off by just saying that the solidarity shown by every single one of you who've reached out in today's morning show, you guys, putting comments in of love and support and saying that you're going to report it and stuff like that. That has been amazing. And you know what? When you are black and this does happen to you, male or female,
guys, put rivalries aside in regards to football. You know, I mean, things like this should not happen. People, I honestly think that if they make things like this, they need to be either fined heavily, get blacklisted or something. Because how can we end this if it's going to continue every year? It's the same thing. We're back here again. We're back here. We'll be back next year. Talking about the same thing. It's the same cycle. You know what I mean? It's like a full circle. It just goes round and round and round and round. As I said, do we do enough as black people? I don't think we do enough. I don't think I'm talking, including myself, especially when you see the likes of Raheem Sterling going to Chelsea when he got racially abused from a Chelsea fan. You know what I mean? Why are you going to that team that don't do enough about racism? If you know what I mean, it's madness. Listen, like I said, we don't do enough, man. We allowed this to happen, and we'll be back here every year as we always are. Let's continue with this.
Female, right? Man, woman, or child. It takes a lot out of you, man. It takes a lot out of you because you just think, I'm tired.
There you go.
I'm tired, man. I'm really, really tired. But at the same time, you don't stop. And you know what? Look, in 2024, as you saw by the reaction, I was stunned. And you know what? I'm not stunned that racism exists. I've got thick skin. We know that. Every black person knows, and every person who isn't racist knows that racism exists, right? But just at how overtly racist the incident was, that's what, and you feel blindsided. You get, they're one of you at the start. Obviously, the individual isn't with the views that they have and beliefs that they have. They're certainly not one of us, but they come across as one of you, singing United songs that kind of lure you in, and you think, okay, yeah, it's just someone having a good time, and then you get caught blindsided with that. And even watching it back was difficult, even for me, because I was like, actually, that genuine shock of my face of when it switches of like, you're in that moment, and a lot of you guys watched it back and thought, did they actually just say that? And I want to clarify this as well, by the way, because I've seen a few comments saying, did she say this or did she say that? Listen to me right now. Yeah, not that I even have to clarify this, but I'm just going to do it once and once only. She absolutely said what she said. Yeah, there aren't no circumnavigating it. There aren't no working around it. Yeah, people need to be held accountable for the things that they do and the things that they say. Yeah, and she absolutely said
Of course she
what she
did.
said.
Everybody can hear
no
it.
way, two ways about it. I heard it. You can hear it. Yeah, on the video, and to all of the people that were around me that weren't just black, which, you know, there was a lot of black and people of color who were literally listening to it and just as stunned as I was. We all heard it. So I can just to, there are some people just
The worst part of it when she said it is it's not even funny, to be fair. It's how freely she said it. It was like this is a common thing she does. You know what I mean, listen, we could blame drinks and all that stuff, but where is the where is the, you know, her in her part? Where is the you know, you're surrounded by black people. Where is the thing that's things to yourself like this is dangerous? You know, like I can't say something like this. Listen, you can drink, but you can't stop saying things like that, if you know what I mean. And the way she said it is like something she says freely on a consistent basis. That's how I saw it when I saw the video. It's something common, you know what I mean. It didn't really need a drink for her to say that, you know what I mean. Because like I said, you're surrounded by a lot of black people, and you're saying that like it's okay. Imagine, oh man, it's madness. It's madness, and something's got to be done about it, man. We should not be we should not allow people to say this anymore. If you say something anti-Semitic, they stop that in 2 seconds. But if you say something against a black person, it's okay. I mean, we've heard black people haven't suffered as many other people. What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? We're still suffering now from the beginning of time. Oh man, I'm done with this bullshit, man. It really made me angry when I saw that. Like in the modern day, 2024, people still doing that, and 2023, we're still talking about it. 2022, we were still talking about it. 2021, we're still talking about it. Some even said it on Sky Sports. I've been here last year. Why do I have to keep coming back when there's racism going on?
genuinely were a bit confused, like, oh, surely she didn't say that, because it is actually quite shocking. You think, nah, they must not have said that, which was my reaction at the point. So I can understand why some of you lot have had that, but she definitely used the N-word in the connotation in which she used it in the context.
And out, she said.
So that's what's happened. And listen, guys, you lot have seen I've dealt with you know, racist incidents before. It's not the first. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last. And I think it's so important to allow these people to be accountable.
Why is it so hard for, you know, people just to get along? I mean, why does color have to come into it every single time? Like in any conversation, even an innocent conversation, why does color have to come into talking about someone? You know what? I even think the news, I think everything in society, just in general, everything that we see on TV, outside TV, is racist. I honestly think that. I'm not saying just black people. I'm not just saying to black people. I'm saying in general. Like, why do you even, like, if you watch the news, when there's a black person done a crime, you say black person, but when a white person does a crime, oh, Steve hasn't done. Steve done this the other day. You know, John done this. That's all you hear. But when there's a black person, the color has to come out every single time. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's beyond belief. Like, we have to accept things like this. You know, we bring this, you know, say no to racism and all this stuff. How many years has it been going? What's changed? We see the footballers, like Argentinian footballers, with their no racism, you know, banners and all that stuff, but yet they start making racist gestures towards Mbappe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. And then on top of that, there's countries that don't even work on racism. They're still allowed to compete in the Champions League. They're still allowed to compete in World Cups, European Cups, Asian, whatever it is. They're still allowed to compete in that. It's madness, man. And we sit here every single time trying to figure out why these things are happening. It's because not enough is done about it. It's just it's a norm. It's a norm, and it will never end. If we're still talking about it today, like 2024, it will never end. We're heading towards 2025 in a couple of months. We're still going to be talking about it. It's sad. It's very sad, man.
I don't need to go into who the person is and, you know, this, that, and the other. As you've seen online, those things are happening. And I hope that she gets, you know, the repercussions and the consequences that's deserved for that. It's about educating. It's about people like
You shouldn't educate.
being able to understand that when you hold these type of views and you want to be stupid enough to make that public in front of thousands of people, then you're going to be held accountable. I've been in situations before that you guys have seen, and I've dealt with it in a way that I see fit, and I'll continue to do that. I won't stay silent. And there's a reason why we did not cut that out of the video. I wanted that video to go out exactly how it was, and I knew you, the community, and the wider community would do what was right, you know.
There you go, people. Like he said that like everybody has to stick together for things like this and start pointing it out, because it's not good enough, man. People actually get racially abused inside stadiums and no one even knows that. You know what I mean? I've seen it for myself sometimes, and it shocks me. I think to myself, like, these things happen, really? You know what I mean? In stadiums? Wow. What is going on? What is going on? I didn't even know colors really mad. You know what I mean? I didn't know, when I was a kid, you know what I mean? I would have known things like that. I was born in Saudi Arabia. I came over here as a child. And the things I see is just it's beyond belief, man. It's beyond belief. But I'll show you the video, guys, yeah, and then you could judge for yourself what the lady said. I've heard it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm blind to it. I've heard it. You know what I mean? You can see out of shock.
Yeah, she's happy. That's it.
There you go.
It's yeah, she's happy. That's it. That's it. If anything,
Yeah, that,
it's yeah, she's happy. That's it. That's it. If anything,
he's saying he's trying to like defend, not defend her, but he's trying to avoid her, but she keeps coming back. That's what I saw on this video. She keeps coming back every single time. You're right, JK. You know, I mean, no one Punjabi footballer out there, but yeah, the game is for everyone. As Sky Sports loves to state, yes. Listen, bro, it will never change. Listen, my video might not be out there. I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? I'm not here like other people trying to, you know, act, you know, to be something. But I'm just here stating the truth. You know what I mean? And try to make people realize what the heck is going on with football. You know what I mean? I thought football was different. I thought football was, you know, for everybody, but doesn't look like it to some people. You know what I mean? Look at the way she comes in and says what she did. Just look.
if anything,
Look at his reaction. Did she really say that?
it's yeah, she's happy.
There you
That's
go.
it.
One
That's
more.
it. If anything,
That's what she said. And out. And out. That's what she said. How can you say that? How do you allow that? How is this woman allowed to come back on football? How do you even get a couple of years banned? Shouldn't it be life banned? You know, I really don't believe it, man. She said "and out." She means like black people should not be at a football ground. That's how I took it when I look at that. And out. What do you mean about and out? So footballers should not play for black footballers should not play for Man United. Black football fans should not be at Old Trafford. What is this like? What are you saying, woman? What are you actually saying? We're all human at the end of the day. End racism and hate, love, respect together. You're spot on, bro. You're spot on, man. You're spot on, bro. Shared on my tweet for big up, Aaron, as always, brother. Big up, brother. It's disgusting, man. I can't believe I'm looking at this. I wake up to these things nowadays, like in football grounds and all that stuff. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. These United fans love to chat the most, but don't actually want to accept their level right now. Yeah. It's beyond belief, mate. Yeah, but like I said, guys, how much more can we take of this nonsense, man? I'm tired of it, really, guys. I can't come here every year try to cover up some shit that never ends. You know what I mean? It's just bullshit, man. These people should not be facing things like this, man, outside football pitches. I'm sorry, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. Absolute disgusting. It's like JK said. You know what I mean? Where's the Punjabi player in modern day football? Where is the Indian player in modern day football? You get mixed race players, but I'm talking about full. You know, we've seen Somali. We've seen a few like Man City player. We've seen a few of them, but we haven't seen enough like a Bengali, Pakistani. We see mixed race, but you know what I mean? It's like they can't play football. They're not strong enough, and that's all you hear. That's all you freaking hear, man. And it's not right. It's not right, guys. Football should be for everybody. Don't come out with that shit with me. They're not strong enough, all this stuff. In the modern day football, when it's technical ability and people running and all that stuff, that's what it's all about. You're telling me we're still playing brutal football like Graham Souness days or something? Are you mad? Like, have you lost a plot or what? Allow that shit, man. Allow that nonsense, man. But good on Flex, guys. Good on Flex, man. What he said was just for a guy who got abused, he really handled it well. Let me just put it that way. He handled it well, because if it was me, I'll go mad, man. I'll make sure she gets arrested. I'm not even joking, man. Because it happens to me at work. I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't happen. In my line of work, it happens to me a lot, unfortunately. I got a few people arrested for things like that. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna have that. They call me the N-word. They call me, you know, they call me all kinds of words. I can't really say it, but they call me everything under the sun at work. So it's bad. In modern day, it's really, really bad, man. I've had enough, man. I really had enough. But enough of not enough. But let me stop talking about that and move on to the thing I originally came here for, because I wanted to talk about the tactical side of Liverpool and what we need to do to improve. Because, you know, like when we're playing football right now, we're conceding goals. How do we prevent the goals, guys? I mean, we need to stop like conceding silly goals. But good on Flex, man. At least he come out and said what he did, and I commend him for that. I commend him for that. I gotta be real about that as well. It's bad, man. It's bad. She's like, it's like a rash. She was just all over him throughout the like the actual podcast or whatever he was doing outside the stadium. Like he was just talking about, I think, Casemiro, and she just like just around him, just doesn't stop until that came out. Madness, man. Madness in modern day, man. But yeah. We just got to work on it. You know what I mean? Us as people have to work on things like this. We should not allow things like this to happen, man. I'm sorry. Like, you don't go to football clubs that racially abuse you as well as a black man. You need to stop that. Sterling, what he did, man, is unforgivable in my opinion. You're chasing money, but you're forgetting that's the same team that racially abused you, and you was talking about, and you came out like a hero, and all of a sudden you're joining that team. Man. This is what I'm saying, guys. It's just all bullshit. Nobody helps anything. Everybody wants to help themselves. There's not enough people fighting and bringing banners out every season into the ground and talking about the same shit. Enough, man. I can't be asked, man. I really can't be asked anymore. Yeah, so this is what I want to show you guys. Like when I was at the Brighton game, I had a few, you know, issues with what we was doing. Brighton just smarted us throughout. They should have won the game. Let's just be honest. Like if you look at Brighton's chances, if they had a clinical striker, maybe if Ferguson started, maybe they would have won the game. You know what I mean? Maybe they would have got those goals that they were missing. Maybe. Let me just put it that way. So yeah, there's a lot of things that really got to me in that game, and I need to discuss it with you guys. I discussed it obviously with the panel the other day, but it's better showing it to you on the graphic than just discussing it all the time. Because, you know, when you're at the game, you see a lot of stuff. If you know what I mean, you see more stuff than when you're at the game. I mean, like when you're watching on TV and all that stuff. Yeah, I thought Simicast was phenomenal, man. What a game he had. What a game he had. Yeah. Listen, McAllister's having a stinker, man. The poor guy's played so many games since the World Cup. You can't really blame him for dropping off. You can't. You can't. I feel bad, when people have a go at him. A player with his ability should always be in the team. I'm sorry, like, you know what I mean? And I like what the manager done with Robertson. He let him play against Brighton away, but in the Premier League he took him out. So you know what I mean, you got to fight for your position. It doesn't matter if you're a legend or wherever it is at the football club. You got to do more, man. You can't let the likes of Saka and all these guys run rings around you. You can't do that, man. You got to fight, bro. You got to fight. You got to fight, man. So who else is that? It's a shame I see Chiesa on there and we hardly see him. I'll put Zubimendi just in case, innit? Just in case. I get things ready beforehand. I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful. I'm not giving up. Where's Gravenberch? What the heck is going on? Yeah, McAllister. What a player, guys, honestly. What a player. Hey, crap. Have I missed him or something? I don't even see Soboslai. Come back. Come back. Baby, come back. So if you see this was the formation against Brighton. But I want to show you what they did, and they did it well. Poof. I was just that. Listen, I observe. I look at things, innit? I don't just sit in the stands. I'm not this kind of content creators that go to stadiums and video things the whole day. I'm sorry, like I'm here to watch a game. I'm here to watch a game, man. I'm here to support my football club. I mean, that's what it's all about. And what Brighton did to us in this game, it was unacceptable, guys. I swear to God. Whenever they had the ball, I just want to see what Brighton actually, the formation they played, because when you don't concentrate in the games, formation wise, you lose a lot of stuff. So they pretty much did what Nottingham Forest did. They outnumbered us in the midfield. They played obviously like a 4-4-2 kind of thing, believe it or not. Teams still play like that. So if you look at this, guys, yeah, let me put the cone, yeah. Whenever Brighton had the ball, they always had three players. Like, you see, McAllister's marking one here, and Gravenberch is marking one here. So what they did is, hopefully I could get stuff on there, maybe. What they did is, they've always had a, man, what's going on? Sorry, guys. This normally works. Don't know why it's not working. Yeah. So what they had to do is, it's always a free person. So when they push McAllister out, that guy goes out with him. When they push Gravenberch out, that guy goes with him. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? So this is what they did. They basically pushed McAllister and McAllister and Gravenberch out to uncomfortable areas. So what they had is that spare man over here. So each time they had the ball, they were free. See, this is why they got the chances. This is how they scored the goal from here. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. This kept on happening. And I remember it was something similar to Nottingham Forest in the last few minutes of the game when they scored that goal. They outnumbered us in midfield. They brought on the flair players, and they scored the goal. So what I felt to understand is, in the beginning of the season, Soboslai was already there. I mean, he was backing up the three. Hence why we kept a lot of clean sheets, if you know what I mean, guys. But in this game, it was just like he was running around here and forgot about there's a spare player here, if you know what I mean, guys. And it really frustrated me, because I was thinking, bro, like each time they got the ball, there's always a free player here. What impressed me about Brighton is the positions they take it. If the ball's on this side, he's there. You get what I'm saying? If the ball's in this side, he's there. If the ball is on this side, he's free here as well. So what happens is, there's a big gap in the middle when the ball comes to him, and he's always going in that direction. It really pissed me off, man. It was just too easy. It was just too easy for Brighton guys. Like, and that's something we've got to stop. That's something we've got to, work on, because we're conceding goals now. Since who was it? Chelsea game. We've been conceding goals. We conceded 1 against them, 2 against Arsenal, and 1 against Brighton. And who else was it? Let me just check. It's becoming a norm. Everything is becoming a norm now. Like, and that's the last thing we want, because that's what we did last season. Think about last season, guys. Yeah, why did we lose the league? Because we started conceding goals in a consistent basis, and and eventually we lost the title because of that. If you know what I mean, guys. So if you look at the Leipzig game, that's another game we kept a clean sheet. Crystal Palace, we kept a clean sheet. But since, like I said, since the Chelsea game, the only game we not conceded was the Leipzig. That's the Champions League. So there's Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2. That's 3. Brighton 2. That's 5. And then you got Brighton at home. Brighton obviously in the cup, and then Brighton at home. That's 6. So 6 goals in 1, 2, 3, 4 games. You know what I mean, guys? Like, that's not right. You know what I mean? 4 games, 6 goals. That's a lot. That is a lot, and that's what we've got to prevent. And that's what worries me when we're actually like playing at home and away. Is the gaps in the midfield is the issue, guys. We get outnumbered. Like I said to you, it's like teams, they know what to do against us. Like, they know where to go. They studied us pretty well. That's what's upsetting. But let me get to the comments, then I will continue to show you what we need to improve on, and you can decide for yourselves. Big up Rafi as always, brother. Yeah, I don't know about Newcastle. Yeah. Hollywood Rock says the closet South Asian was who was okay. I've no idea. Finding a black or brown person who hasn't had racist abuse is like finding a unicorn. It's madness, bro. Like, I'm past that stage. I've passed that stage, like, just to accept things now, man. I'm gonna pull it up. Going forward, man. I'm done with this bullshit, man, because nothing's being done about it. We're in 2024 and we're still like saying it's okay. You know, all they have to do is say sorry, and then we say it's okay. No, it's not okay. Enough, man. We need to win tonight. Beat Villa in Aston. Sorry, and beat a Villa in Aston on Saturday. So yeah, we have to beat them. Obviously, I thought we was away, Ravi, but we're at home, and I think we'll beat them, bro. I think we'll beat them. Big up, Fozzy. How are you, John Conway? I hope you're all good, brother. Liverpool are at home on Saturday, Ravi. Yeah. We're not away at. It's 7 goals. Oh, sorry, bro. 7 goals. I'm not good with maths. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm tired. We need to stop leaking and conceding goals at Anfield. Yeah, you're spot on, bro. That's what we got to stop doing. I mean, you're spot on. 7 goals, not 6. 7 goals, bro. You're spot on, John Conway. Apologies. It's something we've got to work on. Because I can't really sit here and not provide you guys while we conceding the goals. Every team, when they face Liverpool, what they want to do is, beat us. That's what they want to do. They don't want to come to Anfield. They don't want to go, obviously, playing their grand without beating Liverpool. Beating Liverpool is something big for these teams. So they will try everything to beat us. And we got to find the formations to stop doing things like that. Like I said, let me bring the players instead of the cones. The cones are too small. You guys can't see it, but I suppose, especially with the screen I got. So, just say this, yeah. This is how it was. One player was on him, the other player was on him. So what they did is they created a gap. For this guy to come into. That's how I saw the Brighton game. So if you look at the gap in the middle, it is humongous. Let's just be honest, guys. Like, look at that. Look at the distance. And look where you can run to. You know what I mean? Look at the areas that's empty for you now. You know what I mean? Look at the areas that's empty for you now to go on to. And that's what Brighton did. Smart play. That's what I've got to give them. It's smart play. The defender passed to the midfielder went forward, they created chances. Keller has saved a few. One of them went into the bottom corner. So they hit the post. Keller got a hand to it and it hit the post and went in. I mean, and they should have scored more. There should have been at least 3 up in the first half. That's how I saw that game when I was there. But look at the gap, guys. This is the gap I'm trying to tell you. This is where Szoboszlai supposed to slide in. When we haven't got the ball, slide in that position and make sure it's difficult for the players to get through that. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. The tactical side of the football, we need it. We can't have lazy players. Unfortunately, we have a lot of lazy players that don't want to work anymore. But if you want to win titles, you got to give that extra yard on the pitch. And that's what we don't have from our players sometimes, if you know what I mean, guys. Like Salah, although like Salah is always scoring goals and etc. But I need Salah to get back. You know what I mean? Like, you can't win titles if you don't work hard. You know what I mean? You need to be here. You need to be going forward. You know what I mean? You need to like get into the box. That's the only thing I want from our wingers. I don't want them, to overextend their legs or anything like that. Just do the basics of your game, which is, crossing in the ball when you go to the left, or cut in and shoot, or, go back and defend and help the fullback. This is how we won the league. This is how we won the Champions League. Even Salah was humble enough to get back and help the defense out back in the day. You know what I mean? Now, when you made it in life and you think you're bigger than what you are and all this stuff, in your brain, you think, I shouldn't be running back. I'm too good for this. You know what I mean? Like a Maradona, Messi kind of thing. You know what I mean? But we ain't at that stage. Our football club is still at this moment of time has to work hard to win games. We haven't got that fear factor from the opponents as Man City have. You know what I mean? You have to earn the right to get that fear factor. You have to blow them away, home and away, season in and season out. And this is how Man City got that fear factor. We haven't done that for years. You know what I mean? And even with the time we won the league, we came back and then look, we lost to, 7-2, was it, at Villa Park, or 7-1? You know what I mean? Nobody is going to give you that respect. You have to earn the respect. You have to out-position them. You have to out-run them. You have to block the areas they get into to score goals before they score the goals. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do. But we don't do enough of that. We've got this lazy attitude, which is, I'm too good to defend. And that should not be in any football club. As I said to Anton yesterday, with Man City, for years we watched them. For years we've seen them dominate football clubs. But how many times did you ever say this guy's world class, that guy's world class? You don't say that much. You don't really. You even like hesitate to say Rodri's world class. You even hesitate to say, Haaland and all these guys are world class. You do, because it's a team game. They play as a team. Not one individual is always going to win in that game. If you don't keep clean sheets at the back, you concede goals, which would lead to losses or a draw. You know what I mean? And this is what Man City do most of all. They don't concede a lot of goals. Maybe this season is different, but in the past I'm talking about. So everybody has a part to play. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. What I saw against Brighton the other day, it was just unacceptable. Like, how can a guy be free here like that? Has the whole pitch in front of him and put pressure on these two guys who have been phenomenal this season. It was unfair to Konate and Virgil van Dijk. It was unfair. It was unfair. And I'm sick to death of this inverted things. Still doing it, man. I saw him in the game the other day. He was up here. Like, bro, you was at your best when you was running up and down this pitch. That's when you was at your best. You don't even create chances anymore. You know what I mean? Apart from corners now and again, but where's the actual on-field chances? Trent was at his best when he used to go forward, guys, up here and put crosses into the box. That's what Trent was good at. Same with Robertson. You know what I mean? Simicast is doing it now, but same with Robertson. This is what they were good at. and we don't do enough of that anymore. You know what I mean? That's what frustrates me when I'm watching us. We've got the opportunity, you know, to open up teams that deep line defend, but we don't use that opportunity. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? We need Nunes and Soboslai need to we need Nunes and Soboslai need to improve at LFC. They have to, bro. You know what I mean? We need goals from these guys as well, and creativity at the same time as well. We need a left back, centre back, DM number 9. We need cover, backup, reinforcements. Sorry, in all areas of the pitch. You're spot on. You're spot on, Abdul. No doubt about that. But as I'm saying right here, guys, this is what we don't do anymore. You know what I mean? This is where Trent and listen, we're giving Trent credit nowadays. He's doing that a lot. You know what I mean? He's getting back and he's defending better. You know what I mean? This is what they do nowadays. They defend better. I got to give them that. But he's still inverting, and that's what we don't want him to do anymore. In my opinion, it takes the best part of his game out. As it shows in the arrow, I want him to run there and just cross the ball in. This is why Darwin Núñez and Jota and all them don't get enough goals. We was discussing it the other day about, you know, the midfield, the attack don't get enough goals. We just said it in the comments just now as well. It's because the creativity ain't there, guys. You know, the crosses is no longer coming to the box. You know what I mean? This is what you got to do sometimes. Crosses in the 6-yard box. Get it across that box here. You know what I mean? So someone could tap it in, or it could be an own goal. You know what I mean? A defender can panic and kick it, and it accidentally, you know, goes inside their goal. The goalkeeper can make a mistake. You know, mistakes do happen in games if you put balls in the dangerous areas, and we don't do enough of that, in my opinion. Hence why we don't score enough goals. Sometimes, you know, Soboslai, like when I see him here, take a shot, bro. Why are you passing here? Take a shot. It might deflect and go in, or it might go straight in. Just do something. It's just bad, guys. It's really bad. Sometimes what Soboslai needs to do is take up the left side, and you know, come in, and take a shot. Take a shot at goal. Simple as that. Take a shot at goal, and you'll get a goal. Simple as that. But he's not doing that enough. He's too busy running like Forrest Gump. I mean, I don't want to see Forrest Gump there. I want to see a guy whose ability should be doing this. You know what I mean? From midfield, bro. It's annoying. It's really annoying when you see that. I know he has quality. I'm a believer of Soboslai, guys. I'm not knocking him because I don't believe. I'm a believer of Soboslai. I believe he could do more than what he's doing. But he's not doing enough for me, in my opinion, in the games. He could run about. I think he's better in the bigger pitches than the smaller pitches when I watch him. I think he causes more problems in the bigger pitches because he runs at defenders and he actually shoots. If you watch him at Old Trafford, what did he do against Manchester United? He created a couple of goals, I think, and he took a few shots that, you know, should have led to a goal. But when he's in the tight, small pitches, he really struggles because players are right on top of him and he's a panicker. He's not that type of player that doesn't panic in, you know, tight areas. You know, like great players, they know how to go around. You look at Gravenberch, what's good about him? He's good at tight areas. He does these little turns here and there, you know, and takes on players and runs onto the ball and, you know, passes it off or he takes a shot. That's what he does, Gravenberch. That's what I like about him. If you want like a get out ball, you just give it to him. He will turn and go the opposite direction and, you know, cause havoc. As he did at Old Trafford. Everybody thought he was going to be the DM, but it was McAllister that was the DM, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, this is what worries me about tonight as well. Like, Bayer Leverkusen play, you know, they play 3 at the back, 4 midfield, you know, and you know the attack is the rest. And this is what I'm afraid of, because if they outnumber us in that midfield, it'd be a long day for Liverpool, man. Don't underestimate, you know, their league position compared to last season. They are still a good team. They are still a good team, man, and they could cause us problems, as you know many of the other teams did to us. You know, Leipzig played pretty well against us, but we beat them somewhere somehow. Yeah, so they play basically Leverkusen play 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, 2 right above them, and 1 as a striker. So basically, there's 4 in that midfield, like in the central midfield bit. which worries me because we play double pivot and we play it with a number 10. So what do we do? Like, once they start going at us, that's the question like we need to ask as well. So if they have 4 in this position, let me take away everything first of all. That's why I said Soboslai needs to start, coming in pitch, like coming in to defend at certain times of the game. You know what I mean, guys? And that's what we don't do enough of, in my opinion. I think we lost that in the beginning of the season. You're fresh, you do things out of the ordinary, but when the season keeps on going and you're playing so many games, you lose that focus of working hard, if you know what I mean, guys. And that's how I see it right now. That's why people don't talk about Liverpool winning the title. They could be right in that because, outside that 11 is very difficult to, say what player is going to come on and, be as good as the 11 on the pitch, if you know what I mean, guys. So let me put Leverkusen. So this is how they do. Let me see, 3 at the back, something like that. I think. Let me see. Look at that. So this is more or less how they play. So 3 at the back. Let me take our ones first. I haven't got the Leverkusen names. It's too long, guys. I can't even copy and paste. My favorite. But people, yeah, hit the comments, hit the likes and all that stuff. You know what I mean? No pressure. Do what you want. I'm changing my ways. I'm not gonna do it like I used to anymore. Just whatever you want to do, people. Just to help the channel, go for it, man. So I'll do my starting lineup at the end. So Leverkusen play more or less like this, obviously. Let me see what they do. Yeah. So let's pull that player back here. 3 at the back, 4 backs, and 2 here, like this. So this is how Leverkusen play. So what's worrying about this, guys, is they already outnumber us in certain areas, if you know what I mean. And that's what scares me, especially in that midfield. So when the ball, let me make it slightly bigger. So when the ball is here, they've got this many players that could come and trap us. You know what I mean? It could be congested like that, which is worrying when I'm watching us. You know what I mean? If the pitch is congested like this is where we struggle. We don't know how to, get out of tight areas. If you watch Liverpool, if you watch them against Brighton, just give you an example, last game, what do we struggle with when the ball is in a close area, a congested area? That's what we struggle with. We can't, first of all, can't get out of it, and we lose the ball too easily. Or if the opponents have it, they get out of tight areas too easily. So we're not good at when we got the ball, and we're not good at when we haven't got the ball. So there's a lot of issues that we face when we're playing against the opponents. It doesn't even have to be Leverkusen. It could be anybody. It could be Nottingham Forest. It could be Brighton. It could be Chelsea. It's the tight areas we struggle with the most, if you know what I mean, guys. And as you can see by Leverkusen, they play one up front, and they congest that midfield to not leave any gaps for the opponents. But if you attack them out wide, because don't forget, we invented this, area, this 3 at the back with Roy Evans back in the day in the 90s, if some people know about that. So the only place we could attack them and be happy with is in the wings. Because why? You could outnumber them. We play with 2, don't we? We play with a fullback and a winger. So if we play like this, a majority of the game, the centre back has to come out of position. The centre back has to come out of position, and there's spaces for the striker to run into. If you know what I mean, guys like Darwin Núñez. I mean, so listen, there's a lot of things we could do in this game, but we just got to be smart about it. Study Bayer Leverkusen, what they do, but leave gaps open for the likes of Núñez. Look at that. See, if 2 players go out there against the fullback and the winger, there's gap here, this gap here, that now Darwin Núñez could get to and score goals from as well. Because if he's facing one, he's got Soboslai that's going to back him. So he could occupy this defender, take him away, probably there. And look, free space to run into. Simple as that. There you go, people. This is what I'm saying. It's tactical games. You got to be smart. I've seen our three at the back with Neil Ruddock, Phil Babb, and John Scales and Mark Wright, whatever, which one you want to talk about. It was easy for opponents to get at us because they played with wingers and fullbacks that's running up and down. So if we do something like this, we'll get more joy out of it because it will take players out of position. Obviously, he has to get back somehow, but you got Gravenberch and McAllister coming forward as well that could occupy these players. So it leaves the likes of Salah in the wing and this guy, free to get into the box. But it's all about the runs. You know what I like about Jota? When I watch Jota, he takes people away. You know what I mean? That's the difference between Jota and Darwin Núñez. Núñez just runs to spaces, just say his bozo moments. But with Jota, if he goes there, there's always players dragging and there's always spaces in the middle right there. You know what I mean, guys? So it's just something we've got to work on to free up space for people so they could get into there and score goals and win the games, because I think we're lacking goals at the moment and we concede a lot of goals at the same time as well. So we've got a lot of work to do, people. So this is what I'm saying. I might not give you the most tactical thing, the most tactical graphic that you want to know, but I have to show you how to beat these teams and what to work on. That's what I'm trying to do here. Three at the back might be good for some managers, but it's not a successful formation, guys. I swear to you. Only one Premier League team have won with three at the back, and that's Chelsea in the entire history of the Premier League. I can't remember in the old First Division anyone playing three at the back. I don't think even in the old First Division anyone's won three at the back. So it might look like a new thing to you, but in the 90s we played with three at the back, and it wasn't the most attractive thing to watch, to be fair, guys. So this is my team for today. I hope you guys like what I put up. This guy needs to start performing. So does this guy. So them two start for me. I'll rest McAllister. I will rest McAllister for this game. Konate, he's not injured, guys. He's okay, so he's back in the team. We have to win this game. I think if we win this game, I think that's it. We don't need to win anymore. I think we'll qualify for the next round. So yeah, Robertson, I'm sorry. You have to be at the team for a bit until you improve, until you fight, and like you used to in the past. McAllister has to sit this one out, guys. I'm sorry. He's the best midfielder we've got, but he has to sit out. Yeah. You got to be real with yourself, innit? You got to be real with yourself. Gakpo again scored a goal the other day, even though it was a cross, but at least it's the attempt that counts, guys. It's the attempt that counts. If you look at other wingers, they don't cross the ball in. Only him and Salah actually cross the ball into dangerous areas. You know what I mean? Cutting in and crossing it in from there can either lead to a goal. I've always said that, when I used to play, I played as a striker, I played as a winger, I played as a central midfielder. I was just an athlete. But when I played that wide, I was both footed in it. So I could hit with my left, I could hit with my right. If I can't go on the outside, I used to come inside. I always used to aim for the far post. Because if you get the cross, make sure you beat the first man first of all. Make sure you beat the first man. So when you get over, someone's gonna tap it in or it will go straight in. And that's what happened with Gakpo the other day. Always aim for the far post. Make sure you curl the ball as well. Curl it and let it go to the far post. And that's what he did. That's what he did, man. And it worked. It worked. So this is my team for tonight. It's going to be a tough game, guys. But he has to, when we haven't got the ball, he has to go ahead, guys. Make it more harder. I know Gakpo will get back. He helps the fullback all the time. Salah, very rarely. He does it now and again, to be fair. You've got to give him credit. But you can't keep Salah off the pitch. Salah has to stay on the pitch. He's important to us, if you know what I mean, guys. Even when he's not performing, he still scores goals. So you got to give him credit for that. Yeah, do me a favor, guys. Please hit the subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Comment if you want, man. I'm here for you guys. What do you think of this, though? You know what I mean? Is the issue off the ball work? You know what I mean? It's not enough. Because we're not, like I said, since the Chelsea game, 7 goals conceded. 7 goals conceded. That's not good enough, guys. That's not good enough. We've got to do better than that. You know what I mean? I thought like the clean sheets are back. I thought the mentality of the team is about keeping it tight. We're not playing the best football at the moment. You know what I mean? We're not playing the worst football either. But we're at top of everything that we're at. The league, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup. We're in every competition. And we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well, guys. Darwin needs to start scoring as well, guys, because, you know, the issue that he's having at the moment is lack of goals. He's improved his game, which is, you know, holding up play, passing off to the right passes, running to the channels and all that stuff. But the goals are missing. 1 goal a game ain't going to help him. He needs 1 or 2, 3, get a hat-trick in a game. Maybe that's going to boost his confidence to get better. Maybe he has to do something like that, guys. Maybe just to get the goals going on a consistent basis. Can you imagine all those offside goals that he scored in the past if they were onside, like where his confidence will be? I mean, yeah, it's just simple game management. It shouldn't, you're athletes, so you should know what to do. We shouldn't be telling you what to do. I mean, there's got to be a relationship with these two. I don't know what the hell that is, but hang on. Let me try that again. Sorry, guys. There's got to be a relationship, you know, what Salah and Trent had in the past. That has to come back. They need this, man. They need each other. You know what I mean? They need to be that, you know, right side that was dominant, best in the world at that time. And, you know, they need to have a relationship with the guy next to them, like Gravenberch. Gravenberch needs a relationship with Jones. Jones needs a relationship with Simicaz. You know what I mean? And, you know, like, this is how it was with Henderson and Wijnaldum. The relationship between all these guys was connected. It was brilliant because they were helping each other. Every side of the pitch had a backup. That's what I'm trying to say. It might sound like a gangster thing, but it's like a backup. That's what it was, and that's what we don't have anymore. Like what we used to, like with Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho. You know, it was the best. It was one of the most beautiful things we've seen in football. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You need all this stuff, but there's not enough of it, unfortunately, guys. You all have to have a relationship with each other on the pitch. The right side has their side. It's like, you know, remember the Titans. Remember that film with Denzel Washington? You know what I mean? The right side, the best side, things like that. That's what you need. That's what you need. The left side, the best side. So if you build something like that, you'll get help. You'll get help from everybody. You know what I mean? That has to happen, guys. That has to happen. These relationships has to work. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you've got this guy who's free in the middle, who should be having a relationship with everybody. You know what I mean? There. I don't know. You know, there. I'm trying to be like Jamie Redknapp, but it's not working. Oh, sorry, not Jamie Redknapp, Gary Neville. There. He's supposed to be, you know, the driving force for everybody. Have a relationship with everybody. And then, you know, you got the 2 centre backs. I mean, these 2 so far are the best in the league. They are just dominating. They're doing whatever they want. This is how we used to win games, guys. And, you know, if all that works out, it makes it easier for the likes of Darwin Núñez to score goals. I swear to you, I'm not even lying here. If everything else works out perfectly around Darwin, he will get more goals than you expect as a fan, because you don't expect much from him. I mean, so all he has to do is be in and around the box, make the right moves. You know what I mean? The issue that Darwin Núñez faces, as I always say, he doesn't know how to curl the runs, you know, curve the runs when he's running. He's more or less this. You know what I mean? This. He doesn't know how to do this. You know what I mean? He needs to start doing that. Then he could be played on. So imagine Szoboszlai had the ball. You know, Szoboszlai's got the ball. He's going to pass it now. You know, and then, you know, Darwin, if he makes his run early, run, curl, tap in. Simple as that. Because the defender can't touch you. He can't touch you. Why? Because if he touches you, it could either be obviously a penalty, or just a penalty. It could be a penalty. If it just needs a little tiny touch, and it will lead to a penalty. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. He just needs to do that more. Run across when one of our players has got the ball, curve the run, curve it, not straight. Straight doesn't work all the time. Straight only works if you're here and the player can see you from the corner of his eye. He already played the ball, and then you run onto it. That's the only time it works. I mean, but curl the runs, man. Keep yourself onside. It's frustrating watching Darwin at times, guys. Honestly, it's like babysitting a baby. Like, come on, bro. But as I said, the relationships need to be built again. All these guys, where the lines are, have to have a relationship. The left side, the center, the right side. I mean, everything has to get back to basics. That's how Man City win. That's how the best teams in the world win, because they all backed each other on the sides that they play at. I mean, if you have that in a team, you will win more games than you lose or draw. So, yeah, man, get back to basics, bro. That's how Gini Wijnaldum's, Fabinho's, Henderson's, Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip, Trent, and Firmino, Mane, everybody had their part to play, and there was no egos in the team. The best thing about that team, there was no egos, guys. Everybody knew their role. Firmino will sacrifice his game just to provide passes for the likes of Salah and Mane to score goals. Gini Wijnaldum will sacrifice his goals that he used to have before just to be a possessional player. Fabinho, the DM of all DMs. Henderson, the runner of all runners. You know what I mean? Everybody had a special talent in that team. That's why we were so good. It's just unfortunate we had a team that do whatever they want. I mean, that you can't compete with their money. Now look at them without the money. They're not the same team. Let's just be realistic here. It's not the team that you've seen down the years. This is the worst Man City team I've ever seen in my life. We've faced the best Man City teams. This is not the Man City team that we know. Big up Sideline Football Show. Big up, brother. Please subscribe to Sideline Football Show. Great guy, man. Very knowledgeable. One of the best in my opinion. Yeah, so if you look at this is my starting lineup for the game. We just have to accommodate, what Leverkusen is gonna offer. As I said, they're gonna pack that midfield. It's how we come out of that midfield is important, in my opinion. How we come out of there, because majority of the time we get out-battled in that midfield. Hence why we conceded 7 goals since Chelsea. Started with Chelsea, sorry. And that's what we've got to avoid. Stop conceding silly goals, man, and get back to basics. I mean, if we haven't got the ball, everybody, positions themselves. Everybody gets back. That's the off the ball work is the most important work, in my opinion. If you don't do that, you're not going to win those games. I mean, even Darwin, even Darwin has to come back a bit, come to the center circle. But he has to be the at ball as well. So when we win the ball back, somebody has to be in that pitch that can run and score goals. That's what Darwin needs to do. I don't just want you to be a striker. I want you to be more than a striker. I mean, help the team when the team needs help, and then when we've got the ball, make sure you make those runs that could lead to goals. That's what we've got to do. But yeah, guys, this is me, man. I'm doing a stream almost every day. If you missed the beginning of the show, I was talking about racism. We saw Flex from United View. United View get racially abused outside Old Trafford from a fellow Man United fan, Ed. This lady's crazy, man. She was a nutter. The N-word was used, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good. Just check out the video in the beginning, then you realize what I'm talking about. Yeah, tonight I'm expecting us to win. I might do a watch along as well, people. So keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna be back on the watch along. I'll try to do a good graphic, so I could draw you guys in and we could have fun at the same time as well. Yeah, but please, as always, just take care of the channel. That's all I ask for. Just hit the likes. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to subscribe, but hit the likes for me. And let's make the channel as big as possible. Appreciate everybody that's come on today. It was all about the tactics. That's what I came here to do today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I broke it down well for you as well, because watching that Brighton game, especially being present in the stadium, it made me think about a lot of things. Why are we like conceding goals suddenly? Why aren't we preventing goals? You know what I mean? And let's get back to basics, innit? Let's get back to basics. Sometimes going back can help you going back forward again. You know what I mean? So this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do, in my opinion. I just can't wait when Alisson gets back and, you know, the big guns come back for the team, like Jota and all that stuff. It'd be beautiful to see them back. So this is my starting lineup. Darwin Núñez at front, Szoboszlai behind, Brest McAllister, because he looks awful at the moment. Gravenberch in the middle, Gakpo on the left, continue the form he's at, scoring goals, creating goals. And bring Jones in in that midfield. And when we haven't got the ball, Szoboszlai, just step back into midfield, bro. Please, yeah. That's all I need you to do. Step back there, make it difficult for the opponents. I don't need Trent, you know, inverting anymore. Please stop that now. Pep Linders is no longer here. I don't need you over here. I need you over here. That's what I need you. Protect that area. Tsimikas, man of the match again. I think he was the man of the match in the Champions League, and he Brighton game. I thought he was man of the match again, man. The kid's phenomenal, man. You know, like, it's harsh the way people have a go at him without knowing the full story. Tsimikas played well a lot of times, and the issue that he has is Robertson. I mean, Robertson can play badly, but he'll still get back in the team. Tsimikas can play better than him, but Robertson gets back in the team. And I think those days are long gone. I think Tsimikas can now establish himself as a regular left back, and you know, show the whole world that, you know, you're not just a backup. You're more than a backup. You're actually a first teamer, and you're going to be part of a team that's going to be winning things as well. Yeah, man. Listen. This season, I'm happy with everything. I mean, we're in every competition. We're fighting. Even people doubt us. People don't want to give us the credit that we deserve. But the best thing we can do about it is back the team, back the manager, and, you know, drive the team through, you know, difficult stages. That's as we did over the weekend when I went to the Brighton game. If you've seen us in the first half to the second half, it's just two different fans. I mean, the first half we were just like, what is going on? Second half, we just all got together. Everybody started singing. Everybody. It didn't matter if you didn't know the song. You would practice the song. That's how good it was. It was just amazing. Beautiful day at Anfield, man. I'm happy when I go to Anfield nowadays, because, you know, the games that I go to is always, the atmosphere is amazing. I'm not saying it's me, but I'm just saying in general, it's just an amazing atmosphere. And I'm gonna go to more. I'm gonna go to more, man. I just need to get used to driving up and down, man. That's what I need to do. But I'll try. I'll try to visit more. Sorry, I'm not, like I said in the beginning, I'm not that type of fan that goes to Anfield that's doing contents and always doing videos. I like to watch the game. I'm here to support the team, you know, and all that stuff. That's what I like to do when I'm at Anfield. It's not all about videos for me. It's just supporting the team and the football club. But we'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon, guys, man. We're on the road to 2,000. If we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. It is what it is. I'm gonna do my own thing now. I'm no longer gonna do, you know, trying to please everybody. I just want to do what Fozzy does and get back to what I used to do: watch alongs, give you tactical breakdown, and do chat shows with different type of people. No offense to everybody else. Everybody else is great people, but let's move like this, innit? Let's do our own things, you know what I mean, guys, and enjoy things, innit? Enjoy things. That's what it's all about. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.